Brother.
Good afternoon, JB. How are you, my man?
Yeah, I'm
All
going
right.
good, brother. Going good,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
What
good.
about you?
Oh, yeah, good. Yeah, good. A bit over the rain, but
I was going to say you got your flippers on.
yeah, I think you just about need them, and yeah, and it gets you too. It catches you. You know what I mean? It's you might think, okay, that looks all right out there. You go out, next minute it start raining. It's
Yeah, yeah,
pouring.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
you don't know where that came from, anyway. Up there must be a lot of water up there, JB. I told you that once before. Geez, it's a hell of a lot of water up in the sky, just floating around.
Wow. Again, I mean, it's a good question, isn't it?
where the, where the hell's the source water coming from, mate? And how come it's hanging up there in the sky? It's
It's
like
pretty
someone's got a
heavy.
bucket up there.
Well, water's pretty heavy, mate. I mean, a litre equals a kilo,
Yeah,
so
it does. Yeah, that's right. And bloody hell, if you could bottle it, you'd make a bloody a million, wouldn't you?
I reckon you
How
would,
much?
mate.
How much is a bottle of water? Jesus, you know,
Stole the spring water.
that's just money running down the drain there.
100%.
Unbelievable.
Uh,
Oh,
I
geez.
can't believe we're
But yeah,
back on this.
yeah, I know. I know, but well, it's the rain, mate. Yeah, it was actually when we started talking about this, it was around about the same time. Actually, it might have been a bit earlier before Christmas last year. Was that we had the big floods up here in Cyclone up at Wujal and
Yeah,
Cooktown
yeah,
that
that's
way.
right. Yeah, yeah, that was pretty
And
severe too, eh?
yeah,
Right,
and
so
just looking at that Barron River Gorge, falls, the Barron River Falls. That's a lot of water, brother. That's
oh,
all
I was talk.
come from up there.
Yeah, oh, definitely. Yeah, it all come from up there.
Up there. So yeah. Anyway, but
I was
brother,
was yeah. Go for it, brother. Go for it.
yeah. Hey, listen, just acknowledge country. I'm on Yidinji country, right next to the Irukandji people over in Yarrabah, and then of course up in the Torres Straits. I'd like to say hello to my family ancestors up there, the Budigal people from Budigal Island. And also, of course, our elders who, without them, we wouldn't be here. Huge gratitude and thank you to those people who've sort of led the way and helped us, you know, kept who we are alive. Really, it's really important that we do that, because it's we're like the conscious, we're like that silent conscious of the nation, and not only here but everywhere around the world. Indigenous peoples are sort of, you know, uh, still living with the land, still living with nature. So, uh,
Yeah, definitely,
big
brother.
thanks to our elders. Yep.
Yeah, look, well said, brother. I too would just like to acknowledge all our traditional custodians. Wherever we may be joining us from tonight, and we're on Gubby Gubby country, brother, and we'd like to acknowledge that mob. I'd also like to acknowledge, as you said, all our old people, our ancestors, and just thank them for getting us where we are today. And yeah, I'd like to acknowledge my mob too, the Muddy Muddy people, and just as you said, thank them for doing the hard work to get us where we are today, brother. So
Absolutely.
thank you to everyone,
Yeah,
and thanks for joining us tonight.
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much for joining us tonight on another JB and CJ checking in. I don't know what number this is, but we're getting close to the 5 year mark, I believe.
Yeah, look, geez, mate, we're only probably 3 weeks away from 5 years old, so
We
uh,
don't feel 5 years old.
feels pretty good.
Yeah, which is
Yeah,
pretty good, I reckon. So, yeah, thank you for all your support, for following us around and sitting there and, I guess spending an hour with us, having a yarn every week since that day we started back in 2020. So, it's a long time, brother.
yeah,
Long time when
it,
you think about it.
yeah, it is, brother. No,
Mm,
seriously, like, you say to people, and like it's actually funny, like we're talking to a few people down in Moree, and you know, um, and we go into somewhere, and they'd go. do I know you? Do I know you? And then next minute, we get back home and we get a few messages. Oh, I know where I know you from now. It's um, you're on Facebook on JB and
Yeah,
CJ. So yeah, so it was pretty funny, but
yeah.
yeah, no, it's
Oh,
good, brother.
really?
It's good.
That's really
So
good, brother. That's amazing. You know, I think, holy
yeah.
hell. You don't realise, do you?
Mm-mm. Well, he's just going about, having a yarn
Yeah.
and talking a bit of shite every now and then, brother. And I mean, the real gold, as we were talking before about, like our work even, and some of the real golds, when you're talking to people, you know, in person and that. But some of the real gold of our JB and CJ stuff has been, with our guests and their remarkable stories that uh, they've shared, and there's been a lot of laughs, there's been a few tears, and it's just been fantastic, brother. And I just think that like 5 years is a long time, and
Yeah.
um, yeah, it's good.
You know
And
what?
as we always say, brother, like we don't do this for money or anything like that. We don't get paid for this. We don't even get any sponsorship to help us with the thing,
Yeah.
with the cover the
Yeah.
cost. But we love it,
Yeah.
and we're just as we were just having a chat before. We're thinking about changing the night, where we come on live, because the simple fact is, for both of us with our work, a lot of the times Monday's a travel day, and you don't get time to get set up and all that sort of
Mm.
stuff before um, you know, by 5:30 on a Monday night. So
Yeah, true, brother. Yeah, and that has been a bit of an issue, I suppose, with both of us in terms of what we do, and of
yeah, yeah,
course, it also
definitely.
affects the availability of our guests as well. So it's every
Yeah.
now and then it's great we'll get someone on board, and that's due to their
So,
availability.
some,
Sometimes they get a bit of cold feet, and
well,
as they do.
some of them like Uncle Carl McGrady, mate. I mean, I think he got a little bit tired, and he might have needed a nap after his first day back at work yesterday. So
That's right. There's
um,
always Monday order. Tell me why we don't like Mondays. So, I think that was a song on it.
yeah, good name for a
Yeah, I
song.
reckon. I reckon that's a
Yeah.
good name for a song. But yeah, so we're thinking probably Wednesday night might be a good change up, I think, and see how things are going. People are settling in back into work, into what their normal routine is, and we'll have a chat about stuff there. But yeah, stay tuned. We'll let you know what we're going to be doing on this on this Facebook page. So yeah, we'll let you know what's going
But
on.
yeah, yeah, definitely, brother. Because it's pretty good, isn't it? Because we don't even know what's going on.
Well,
So
yeah, right, brother. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Sometimes we don't know what's
you
going on.
know,
Usually, if it's a Wednesday, we're kind of where we're supposed to be, and we're probably thinking
yeah,
about
yeah.
coming back on the
That's
Thursday
that
or
is true.
Friday. You know what I mean? So back home. So Wednesday, we're kind of
That
yeah.
that is very true, brother. Very true.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
so, no,
So
that's all right, mate. Yeah,
um,
I think that might be the go. Yeah,
so
we'll talk about put a
yeah,
notice up after this and see what we reckon. See if everyone
yeah.
know what
No,
we're doing. Yeah,
definitely. And and while we're here tonight, if anyone wants to jump on and say g'day, let us know, and we'll send you the link, and
yeah,
get on and say
yeah,
g'day.
yeah.
So
If there's even if there's a few of you, we can send you all a link and jump on. That'll be just an amazing thing to do. And look, we're hoping maybe to celebrate our 5th year doing this after we started in COVID 2020. That we might do something like that.
we're going to the bar. We're going to the Bahamas.
Who's going to Bahamas? Yeah, we could probably.
Oh, I just thought it might be worth a shot,
Yeah,
brother.
yeah, no. I'll be. When's that? March, isn't it? It's March, isn't it? Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
20th of March. 20th of March.
20th of March,
Yeah,
I think it
yeah.
is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still in Cairns then, so that's good. But yeah, yeah. But after that, I won't be. Uh, talk about Bahamas. I might be doing one from Bali. I think. What do you think?
Yeah, that's all right. Why not? Why
Yeah,
not, brother?
it's getting washed away Bali by the way at the moment, so lots of rain up there. So
Oh, is it? Oh, I didn't know
yeah,
that
yeah, a
either.
lot of
So there
flooding.
you go.
Yeah, a lot of flooding going on and stuff. Yeah, so yeah, shout out to our Bali friends, brother. Yeah, they're
Yeah, oh,
probably
definitely,
doing it a bit
definitely, yeah.
hard up there at the moment. So
Yeah, but
Yeah.
also some mob in Townsville too, brother. I mean,
Ah,
uh, it, I
very
was
Baba
talking to
country.
brother Randall Ross the other day, and he's just saying, how much rain they've had and how many people have had to be evacuated and all that sort of stuff. So,
Oh, mate, just a
um,
little bit south there too. I heard the Burdekin's flowing pretty rapid, I suppose. There's a lot of rain between Ayr and Home Hill down to Bowen, I suppose. So it's yeah, I think it's just moving south at the moment. And that's where I'm going next week, south. So
take your
no,
dinghy, mate.
yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah, I think I might need to take me what do you call it, wellies and the
Yeah,
raincoat
yeah, definitely, definitely.
and an umbrella. So, but anyway, it's look, big shout out to those people down in Townsville and those that are
Yep,
affected by the rain. It's been, it's happening again, and I guess that if we live up this way in this region, some years we have we're lucky to not have so much rain, and then some days we're lucky to have rain. You know what I mean? So it's kind of
yep.
like, yeah, it's where we live, I suppose. Well, this is where I'm from here anyway, because it's like I always say, brother, you can't have rainforest without the rain. So, but we get a whole lot of it, yeah, and
Very true, brother. And that brings us to another point. Where does the rain come from, doesn't it?
where does the rain come from, and how can it be all up in the sky there, mate? There's like millimeters of rain up there just waiting to come down. How does it float around up there? I don't know. You reckon the planes and the airlines would be able to tell us? They get over above it and say, well, you know,
Well, that's right. Yeah,
you
yeah.
can't see it. You really can't. All
We
you see
might
is a cloud.
we might have to get an expert on to give us a little bit of information on that, brother.
Oh no, yeah, it's like liquid gold going down the drain here. It's if you could bottle it, like I said, we'd be millionaires. But
Well, look at it, brother. I mean, it's about $4.50 for a bottle of water. I mean,
yeah,
so
yeah, well, it's dearer than petrol these days, isn't it? Or
yeah, that's right. Yeah,
what?
100%, 100%.
Yeah, well, but yeah, yeah, no, it's good. I mean, I was just saying too earlier on that that some I think it feels like people have got a lot on at the moment. So there seems to be a lot of things happening, I guess, and yeah, there's a lot of things changing, and people are a bit kind of anxious about that. Got a bit of anxiety going around. What's going to happen in 2025. It's brought on by a whole range of things, and usually change of government. And as you know, we've got a change of government in Queensland here. There's been a change of government up in the territory late last year. There's a big federal election coming up, so everyone's wondering, well, what's going to happen this time? And how's this going to affect our lives? I'd hope that we could. I hope that people that could really, you know, give that a wide berth. You can't really because it's in the news. It's everywhere at the moment, and child youth crime. There's a whole range of stuff. The floods have been, very, very devastating, dramatic, and drama, all that kind of stuff. It's there's a lot happening, and I don't know. It'd be good if we can get a game of footy in this weekend down there in Sydney. Hopefully, it's not wet. You know, that might brighten up the way we're feeling at the moment, lift our spirits a bit. But yeah, it seems
Someone
funny.
might someone might be able to tell us if it's raining or not. But I did hear yesterday that it was pretty wet down there. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So all of that stuff. It's kind of yeah. Hopefully, we get a game of footy in because we can have a look. Actually, I just saying that in Cairns here, the Dolphins are playing the Cowboys on Friday
you
night. So I
you
don't know how
think
it's going to go.
you think the Dolphins would be a shoe in, brother, in the wet?
Oh yeah,
They'll,
absolutely,
they'll
mate. Yeah, they've
swim
got
a bit
web
better
feet.
than those Cowboys.
Web feet. Although you've got to be, yeah, if you're a cowboy playing up in North Queensland, you've got to get used to the wet. So I don't know about that theory, mate. I remember playing footy here when I was 17, 18, 19, and we didn't call off any games. We just played in the rain. That was it. And we had those
It-
old, cotton jerseys,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and uh, and, and I don't know for the life of me how whoever washed them got them clean for the next weekend. They come back sparkling clean the following weekend, and we get back in them again, and away we go, and it'd be running around the mud. we
Yeah,
never,
yeah,
they
and
never,
start
we never
again.
lose. They never call anything off because if they did, we wouldn't have had to play a game of footy. We only played
Yeah,
half a game
yeah,
of footy.
yeah.
So yeah, it's
Di-
bloody.
Different
Feels
grounds in those days, brother.
feels were a mess, mate. Holy dooly. Anyway, but yeah, that's what I mean. If the Cowboys are up here doing that, they've got a fair chance as well. They know that it's local. What do you call it? It's home field for them. It's a home game. So
Yeah, yeah,
see how
yeah.
it goes. Yeah. Although there's a couple of Dolphins there that come from up this way as well. So who knows? Who knows? Yeah,
You never know, do you, brother? You never know.
yeah. Well, I reckon it's
You
booked
ne-
there. So
yeah,
that's
that's good.
that's how
That's good.
optimistic people are here in Cairns at the moment. So there.
Ah, that's good. And then
Yeah,
we've got the other game down in Sydney, brother. The All
Sydney
Stars
on
game.
Saturday night. Yeah, Saturday night, the All Stars. I would imagine that they wouldn't be playing their stars. These two teams here, Dolphin and Cowboys. Those that are
Yeah,
participating in that game down in Sydney. So I think there'll be just a trial game. I guess that's what it is, a trial game. So they'll be bringing up their up and comings and seeing who can fit into that first grade side. But I
yeah,
reckon the likes of Hammer and a few others, I suppose, will be down in Sydney getting
yeah,
wrapped up ready to
definitely.
go on Saturday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
No,
oh, well,
definitely.
that might brighten up our day. Might actually something did brighten up my week this week. And on Saturday night, me and the wife went and watched Richard Clapton at Cairns
Oh, look
Theatre
out.
at Davidson. Yeah, how good's that? I mean, he's 76 years old.
I was going to say, how's the old fella going?
Oh, jeez.
He's still
I think
belting them out.
he was having a beer on stage as he was singing in between breaks. And
He probably need to lubricate the old whistle, mate.
well, I'll tell you what, the thing that although he's aged and he looks a bit different, the voice is still the same. You know what I mean? Oh mate,
Ah, that's good.
it's just great. It's magic. I love his music, and
Girls on the Avenue.
ever since Girls on the Avenue started, I've been listening to him a bit lately, even though we just heard him on Saturday night. But and he's got a story as well. His mother died when he was young,
Yeah, okay.
and I think it might have been suicide. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
they were both medical. She was a nurse. He was a doctor. Yeah. Then I think his dad left. They split up, and it's all that stuff and I guess that for an artist, that's fodder. I guess it's really about all those feelings coming out of you in your music. And now that I listen to his songs backwards and over, you can tell he's got this story kind of
Yeah, yeah, okay.
weaved in all of the music. You know what I mean? It's kind of really
Yeah.
interesting stuff. And yeah, and then I said to Michelle, where's he from? And what nationality? And his mother was Chinese, I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
yeah,
There you go.
yeah. She was a nurse, Chinese woman. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, yeah. So and so that was amazing. Now that we found out, we talked about this on the way home. She's got the phone up and doing the Google stuff on Richard Clapton,
Yeah, yeah.
he said, "Oh," and then she was telling me his story, and I'm thinking, "Wow." So yeah, a lot of that music, that he's written, you can hear and feel the story of his life in there, weaved in there somewhere along the way. But it was
Fantastic.
it was a really good concert, for us oldies. I think I was one of the many grey ones there, brother.
Yeah. So where was it in Cairns?
Cairns at the Cairns Entertainment Centre. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
nice. Nice.
yeah, yeah. So Performing Arts Centre, CPA Cairns. Yeah,
But
Cairns Performing Arts Centre.
he
Yeah,
got
yeah, yeah.
he got in all right, did he? He didn't need a wheelchair or
No,
like
I
a
think he
ramp or
might.
anything.
No, he was okay. He looked a bit
He's all
wobbly
right.
at the end of it because he must have
Had a
sung
few.
about 100,000 songs, and each song had it's like going bowl. You bowl down, you have a pot down the other end, and come back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You
okay.
know what I mean? So he was having a couple of
So
beers on stage.
he needed the wheelchair out.
He might have done, mate. Yeah. Well, he didn't forget where he was. He kept mentioning Ken, so he knew where he was, which is a good thing, good sign. So, and I think
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
his creativity has kept him on top. You know what I mean? His
yeah.
creativity, and that's a sort of a kind of lesson for some rookies. It's really that the stuff that he does has kept him alert, kept him with it. His mind's still really good in terms of that, and his voice is still pretty good. So maybe that's something that we need to have a look
Y-
into. Being a
y-
creative person. Mhm.
I think you sort of have to look at that, don't you? Like,
Yeah,
even keeping the mind active, as we get that little bit older, and
yeah,
having people around you to engage, and not trying not to be on your own, and like just so that you can have that interaction and engagement, and
mm,
all that sort of stuff. So I
absolutely.
think it
And I
goes a
think
long way.
it goes a long way. And how often do we hear about performers actually, going too early? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
you
yeah,
know, they have a lot of problems, and I would imagine that he had a lot of problems as a young fella. But yet we see, and he somehow got through that, I guess. So in his music, yeah,
yeah.
with his
Fantastic.
yeah, because I don't know what else he does. Does he like, who knows what um
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
he does besides his music? You know what I mean? So um, I know he travels a bit, travels around Australia, but also around the world playing. So
Oh, okay. Yeah,
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 that's keeping him afloat, I suppose, and you know,
yeah. Well done.
bit
Well
fitted
done.
and
Oh,
so,
man, it's good to
yeah.
hear.
So if he comes to town, yeah, I reckon go and see, mate. He's
Go and have a crack.
oh mate, it's just beautiful. Like his voice is still the same, which for us was, you close your eyes, you swear still 16 at the local pub
Yeah,
listening, I reckon.
yeah, yeah.
And but in saying that, it's that's 16 is like for him was he'd be 16 as well. Or whatever. What is he? Was he 76? So yeah,
Yeah, he'd be a bit older than that, brother.
yeah, I know. So yeah, but anyway, well, he's 10 years, almost 10 years older than me. So yeah, I'm 70. I'm 65 now, and he's 76.
Yeah.
Yeah, 11 years older. So, but yeah, no, really good, mate. Really good concert. We've got it's something that we planned on. We heard that he was doing this concert up here back in December, and said, "Oh, what do you reckon, Charlie? Let's go." She said, and I said, "Well, yeah, make the bookings, and we'll go." Um, but yeah, it was a packed house, and yeah, no, good people, from that
Ah, that's
generation
good,
as well.
eh? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. There was a few young people in
fantastic.
there as well, so which is good. I think the
Yeah.
grandparents took the grandkids, maybe I don't know.
Oh, I was going to say they got lost on the way in or something, did they?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They got told they're going to go to this rock band, and yeah, let's
Yeah.
go. Anyway, yeah. But he rocked it. He rocked it as well. So good.
They
But
thought
mate, yeah,
Post
no,
Malone
so
was playing.
yeah, yeah, that's right. Oh, mate. But yeah, no, it kind of like I said, it lifted our week and our time up in Cairns here this time. We've got an 18th birthday on Saturday night, which is going to clash with the footy. But hopefully they'll have a TV going somewhere in the
Oh,
building.
you think they would, brother? You think they would?
Yeah, 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 yeah. So and then on Friday night, of course, the game because I don't think we're going to go. As much as I like watching footy, I don't like being in the rain too much. Anyway,
Bit wet,
it's
mate.
yeah. Well, there's not the stadium's only got one sort of covered area really, and everyone
Yeah.
else is sitting out around the track. There's like a running track around Barlow Park. They're playing at Barlow Park here, and
Oh, yeah. Okay.
yeah, yeah. And Barlow Park, interesting enough, my great grandmother's last name was Barlow. Yeah,
Ah,
yeah, from
you're
Yarrabah.
gonna
Yeah. Many
you,
Yarrabah, well, not my
you
grandmother, but my grandfather's wife was. She was Minnie
yeah.
Barlow.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, his first wife. Yeah, yeah.
Interesting, eh?
Well, it is interesting. It's funny how those names comes up, and I was trying to find out because all I knew was in Yarrabah her name was Minnie and married an
Yeah. Okay.
Andrew Ober, and only over the last 12, maybe 2 years that this name Barlow came up, Minnie Barlow, and I said, oh, geez. Then I thought, hold on, where else have we heard Barlow? And the Barlow Park, and I thought, oh,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
maybe
Okay.
named after them, maybe that family, who knows? Anyway,
Yeah.
could be
We
some.
never know, eh?
Well, you never know. Anyway, so yeah, but yeah, because I've been catching up with a few family members here about history and family history, all that kind of stuff. So, which has been great. Yeah, um, need to do more of that, brother. Yeah, because I've got to organise a reunion too in April here. So I put me foot in it, and then all of a sudden I'm organised.
Yeah.
Anyway, So I've got to call on some
You
helpers
dobbed yourself in, brother.
along the way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're actually having it on my grandmother and grandfather's my Torres Strait Islander grandmother and grandfather's wedding anniversary. So we're all
Oh,
coming
okay.
together for a wedding anniversary, even though they're not here. But that's when they were married on the 13th of April. So yeah, so I think that's the
Oh,
time frame.
nice,
It's
nice.
only a few weeks, but anyway, we'll get it going. Yeah.
So,
So
when are you taking off to Bali?
soon after that, mate. Soon
Ah,
after
after
that.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We were going earlier, but then when they said, "Yep," they got the date. I said, "Oh well, that's it. We're gonna have to spend
Oh,
our time
okay.
here
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and get that all happening. That'll be a bit of a hurrah for us as well. So we can say,
So
um,
see you later.
someone else organise it next year on the 30th. I'll be back. Yeah,
Yeah. I'll come back for
yeah,
it.
yeah. I'll come back for it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
You
that's good.
arrange it. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll
Oh, that's
start
good,
kick it
brother.
off. Well, I'll find that a habit of mine. I don't know, Debbie, if you know you do the same thing, but when you get things going, like help set up a number of organisations in Brisbane years ago, and then I spend some time with them, then I jump off and let them go for it. So this is the same kind of thing. We used to do the cancer walk for cancer over in Straddie. He did that for a couple of years and stepped
Yeah.
off. He never went, and it didn't happen again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
I thought,
yeah, yeah.
okay, someone pick it up and do it. It's such a great initiative, and it's a great outing, it's a great event. Um, yeah, and now even the Chamber of Commerce. That early days, I've been part of the founding committee that did it. We did all the research. We kicked it off, and it's still going today. But I'm not sure what the
In
capacity
what
of that.
capacity? Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
I do see one initiative that I know you had a big hand in, black coffee. I see that
yeah. That coffee,
still
yeah, yeah.
going.
It's still
So
going. That's going great. Yeah.
our good mate Adam Wooding's doing the one in he's taking over the mantle in Warwick, and he does that every couple of months or whatever. So
Yeah, no, he's
yeah,
doing a great job, Adam. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
it's a great initiative. I believe it's interstate as well, so there's a lot of black coffees going on around the country,
yeah. Okay,
And
okay.
but and I was doing the one down there, as I think you recall, down in the southern
Yeah,
end of
yeah, yeah,
the coast.
yeah.
And then I jumped off, and then it didn't go again. So I'm hoping that Adam has been sort of mentoring someone to take this over. Because
Yeah.
sometimes you can't be there sometimes, you know what I mean? And you may not be doing it forever.
Well, I think that's what happens. I mean, like we enjoyed the couple that we went to with Adam when we were there, but every other time we've been away working, so
Mm,
it makes it hard to get there when you are working away. You know what I mean? So
yeah, true, mate. Yeah, yeah, true. I'll be down that way in March. So we're down there from the 6th to the 12th of March, down to Brisbane.
oh yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I must check out to see if anything's on more down there, whether there's a black coffee happening in Brisbane or north of Brisbane or somewhere, down that way. Hopefully could get to it. But yeah, we're just going down to catch up with the grandkids and the new grandchildren, the grandchild we haven't met yet, so that'll be nice.
Oh, that'd be
Um,
beautiful, brother.
yeah, yeah, and do a bit of I don't know what you're going to call it, but offloading of stuff that we've got in a big
Yeah,
shed down there. Yeah, so we're going to do a bit of a bit of a
a,
cull,
a bit of a carve, yeah, brother. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. A lot of memories and all that stuff too, but you sometimes just got to say, no, that's enough. We've had that in that shed for nearly 4 or 5 years now, so I don't think we're going to use it again.
Nah, well, if you haven't used it in 12 months, they reckon get
Yeah,
rid of it, brother. I mean,
yeah,
sometimes it's hard for us to
yeah,
actually get rid of it, but it's
yeah.
yeah, that's what they reckon. So
Yeah, that's what I reckon, I suppose. Yeah, I just want to. I've got about 1,000 photo albums in that shed as well, so I've got to get everything out of there and get them all scanned and uploaded online. So digitally scanned and do all that and get rid of the hand. I'll give the photos to my son as just photos in a tin. Like my dad gave me all of his photos back in the day. He left me with a Arnott's biscuit tin
yeah, yeah.
of photos. Yeah, so as soon as I got to Brizzy, I ended up getting them all scanned at the local CDP. Yeah. in Brisbane.
Yeah, okay. Oh,
Yeah, they
that's good.
scanned them all. Yeah, gave a
Yeah, yeah.
trainee a bit of a job to do. So, and that was at Musgrave Park. Yeah, so
Oh,
Musgrave,
yeah, okay. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Musgrave Park. Yeah, they had a trainee there. So yeah, that's what I'll do with this other lot, I suppose, and I'll get all that, and then I'll just throw them in a bit of a container, I suppose, and give it to me a youngest bloke to look after. Yeah, I don't know whether you look after him or not because he might. I've got a feeling that he might end up overseas as well, back to France. Hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
interesting.
That is interesting, mate. Yeah, he's back at work now, so and I think that was a message I got. I looked at something. Remember, I just looked at something there, and he reckons his phone stuffed. I think something like that. Let me see. Dad, my phone broke today, and I'm texting you off my mate's phone, and their phone is about to die. Can you message me with my new number? Oh, it is urgent. I better ring. I better ring after this call, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, no,
What time was
definitely.
that? That was 3:32. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I'll give him a call
You'll
after
be you'll
this.
be in trouble, brother.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what he's. What's urgent for him. Not sure. Whether he's. I don't know. I don't know
Well,
what happened
you
anyway.
never know, brother. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably needs a new phone. You see. Which is probably the next anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
But mate, what do you got planned for the rest of the week and this week? What
Um
do you?
well we totally stuck into our new work around the men's wellness stuff that we're doing in Darling Downs. So we've um we've got some site visits due in Chinchilla, Dalby, Toowoomba, Gundawindi, and also Warwick.
Yeah.
Um, so we're doing a little bit of community consultation next week, a couple of focus groups to ask fellas what they want. So if anyone's out there in those places, come and join us for a free feed. We'll be having something to eat and asking a few questions about what you need in community and how we may be able to help. This project's around domestic violence and family violence. So,
Yeah.
but we want to, even though it's a men's wellness project, we don't think that you can leave anyone in community out. So we want to talk to women, kids, and whole of communities. So yeah,
Yeah.
it'll be interesting.
Well, it would be interesting, mate. Yeah, it'd be good to sit down and have a chat about a whole range of things. I suppose that I mean, DV is really the result of something else, And I talked about this the other day when I was doing some work with Uniting Care. I said, look, there's a cause and effect. You know what I mean? You got to look at the cause, why that happened, and then what's happening now, and what's the impact on that person in that community, the family, the whole lot. So and I think that sometimes we just, especially mainstream organisations, you know, stay focused on the effect. You know what I mean?
It-
And
I, Yeah, I think you're spot on, brother. And
mm,
it's the same old thing. Like dig that little bit deeper to find out what is actually going on.
mm,
Yeah, as we know, like when you're talking to someone that's got a lot of anger, say, I mean, there's always another emotion that's attached to that anger. So you have
mm,
to, you know, dig that little bit deeper to find out what's actually going on and what's causing those different emotions. So, it's
yeah,
look, it is interesting and it is, sometimes long work. You know what I mean? But if we're fair income, I mean, that's what we need to be able to do because we might be able to, and it doesn't matter if it's a man, woman, or kid, or child. We might be able to, help with that anger and try and you know yeah, just when that anger hits, it's just about releasing it in different ways and being able to deal with it that way. Because as we know, everyone gets angry, brother. So
oh, we all do,
um,
mate. Yeah,
yeah,
we have all we're human beings, so we definitely have as part of our repertoire bloody. anger and
Yeah.
sadness, and depression, and love
It,
and happiness. So
yeah,
um,
there's nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, it's just we need to just find different ways to channel that anger, so that it doesn't cause any bad effects for for other people in the community, but for yourself as well. So
absolutely, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I think, mate. As I mentioned earlier, that there seems to be a lot on, and there seems to be a lot of um, worry about things going on. So I think that in terms of the work that you do and I do, I think that and that's what we do. We're there to have a yarn about all this sort of stuff, and in that, trying to have a think about you know um, some of the impacts of those situations, I guess, and try to understand what the cause is, dig a bit deeper, like you say. Yeah, some of that narrative therapy comes in really good when we're talking to people, and it's interesting because I was having as you do when you meet with people, you have a bit of a yarn, and it's amazing what comes out if you let them go. You know.
Oh yeah, I think you're spot on, brother, and I think the whole thing is that everybody has a story to tell.
Mm,
Everybody wants to tell their story, but everyone needs someone to listen to their story. And sometimes, us as humans aren't that good at listening just for the sake of listening. It's people use it to answer, and sometimes that's not what people want. They don't want you to fix their problems
no,
for them. They just want you to listen. And
that's
yeah,
right.
so yeah, so like it's. I mean, we always say it, brother. It's interesting work. So um,
Yeah, yeah,
but
no, it is interesting, and it gets concerning. It's interesting that it gets concerning when this is happening a lot more. You know what I mean? The recurrence of this sort of stuff is then we worry about people's safety and all that kind of thing, and not only everyone that's involved in that situation, I suppose, because your mental health doesn't discriminate, brother, does it? I think,
I look.
yeah,
I think again, you're spot on, brother. And like we all have our moments, don't we? Like it's
mm,
nothing to be ashamed about. We all have our issues around mental health, and to some degree, I mean, some people are a lot worse than others, but we all have those moments and those incidents and those times in our life where our mental health is affected, in the wrong way, if you like. So, yeah,
yeah,
look,
you're
it's
right.
nothing to be ashamed about. Yeah,
Yeah, and that's what I mean. When it's kind of like there seems to be a lot going on. There's people are busy or worried about stuff, and that worry can turn into something that's not nice if it's left alone. You know what I mean? So people need to really talk about it. Reach out, have a yarn, and I put a bit of a post up a couple of days ago. A mate of mine up here is dealing with his brother's. I won't name names, but his brother's passing, and he's a twin, really. And he's one of twins, and JB, went through this all, recently
yeah,
as well, and how people, get a bit anxious and depressed and all that kind of stuff, and that's human. That's being a human. That's what happens, and I think that his beef was, not being able to say things that he should have said, um, you know,
yeah.
beforehand. We all
And
get
that's
that.
part.
We're guilty about that, don't we?
I
Yeah,
want to set part of that, the whole grieving process, isn't it? Because
yeah,
like we often have those moments of regret. I should have done this. I should have done that, or whatever it may be. I should have said this,
mm,
but you know what? It is what it is,
mm,
and you can't have those regrets because they're going to eat away at you. So
absolutely.
we need to be able to,
Yeah,
yeah,
and in the spur of the moment of a situation that might happen in the home or out in the community, I often wish I wouldn't have done that. Yeah, why did I do that? And so kind of plays with your mind off quite a bit as well. So it really does affect the way you think about things, and it's too late after the effect. You know after the fact, that's too late, and it's the same with people who deal with loss and trauma and grieving. Yeah, so
Yeah, yeah,
kind of like,
definitely.
wish I didn't
It,
do that. I wish I would have said something. But we can't carry that. It's not. We don't have control of that, or we don't have control of another
no,
person's life. Yeah,
yeah, we can't be holding ourselves responsible for that because it's happened in the past. What can we do about the
yeah, that's right.
past? Probably the only thing we can do is
Mm,
learn. We have to be
yeah.
present. And I'm sure, because I know myself, as you said, like losing someone close to you, that you do have those thoughts for a little while, and then you sort of snap out of it, and you go, well, what would so and so want me to do
Yeah,
here?
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
um, they're not going to want you to be dwelling on the past,
yeah.
and it is what it is. Now you got to be able to be where you meet yourself right here in the present and be present so that it can help you with your future.
Mm,
Um, because I can tell you, dwelling on the past isn't going
no,
to help us move forward anytime quick.
yeah,
So,
yes, right, yeah, but yeah, it is, and you can't dwell on the past, and these are the things that happen in your life, I suppose, over periods of time, and as you get older, you'll see that people often we have to deal with loss a lot more, because we all our mob getting the same age and or even older, so we deal with that loss. But I think that our conversation that I had with the guy, my mate up here in Palm Cove, was that, well, maybe we should start doing that now. You know what I mean? Let's not wait. Let's not, let's go and catch up with people. Let's go and say hello. Let's go and say how you going, and say the things you want to say now. Because what's things that have taught us is the past, I suppose. So now, if we're going forward, we don't want to be doing that again.
oh,
You know what I mean? And so it's about making sure that we catch up on a regular, whether it's once a week, once a month at least, or even a couple of months. It's just that if we can catch up, say hello, recognise, and I suppose say the things we want to say about to that person. It's kind of like we don't want to make the same mistake again and feel that way. You know what I mean? I don't want to feel, yeah,
well,
yeah,
yeah.
but
Well, I think you're spot
yeah,
on, brother, and it is like therapy if you're able to say what you mean and
yeah,
mean what you say and don't say it mean, you know what I
that's
mean?
right.
So
Yeah,
um
yeah,
like it really is. And I mean, and if we're able to learn from that one instance of, oh shit, I should have said this to so and so before he
yeah,
passed, well, that's our lesson that we learn so that we don't do it
yeah,
again.
absolutely. Yeah, yeah. And I think that there's going to be times when we just haven't had a chance to catch up or whatever, and for whatever reason, and we're going to miss that opportunity, but we can't beat ourselves up about it, like you say. We just not, we can't beat ourselves up about it. It's just a whole range of things. I saw a guy on channel, I don't know what it was, one morning, and he was a complimenter. This bloke, he was dressed in a like a or smoking jacket, and he was talking to the
Oh yeah.
presenters and saying how lovely they were and how your face really looks, and he was complimenting these two people that made him feel real good that morning. You know what I mean? And that's what he does. He goes around talking to people, saying, "Man, you got a great shirt on. Gee, you got a good vibe," all that kind of stuff. And
Yeah, 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 yeah.
and I thought, wow. And I don't know why I remember that, but when I was talking to mate, I was thinking, yeah, he did things like that. You got to say what you've got to say about a person and how you feel about it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
definitely. Definitely. Yeah.
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 So, and take the opportunity while you're with them, I suppose. So, I always remember you doing this, and talk about old times and whatever. Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
And
Absolutely that, talking about, you know, stories or listening to those
yeah,
stories and, being able to, share a laugh or even share a
oh,
tear,
absolutely.
sometimes it doesn't matter. There's no shame in that
No,
either, you
well,
know what I
but
mean? So
it also says to whoever you're talking to that you remember about that. You know, you don't, you still know about that. You know, you still remember those things that happened. You know what I mean? And that, and for that other person, it's kind of like a surprise. Oh my God, do you remember that? I said, yeah, shit, yeah. You know, we all remember that. You know, and so it's kind of like
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
uh, you know, affirming, or it's kind of like telling that person we think about them all the time. You know, we think about them at times, whatever. You know, and no matter
Yeah,
what we do during
definitely,
the day and
definitely.
whatever, but we often think about them and wonder how they're going, or we think about that time when maybe someone lost someone, and talk about how good that person was that we lost, and all that kind of stuff, and how sad everyone was at that time, all that kind of stuff. It's kind of like, wow, you remember all that. You think, oh, Charlie, he's off doing things, he's traveling around and doing work and whatever, and yet I still think about the things that happened back in 20, 30, 40 years ago. And yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
and it's really good that for someone that was there, or around that time, it's kind of weird that people think, oh shit, you remember that? And I said, yeah, bloody yeah, it's part of my life,
yeah,
part of your life.
yeah.
We knew what happened at that time, and you know, and just have a yarn. Just sort of kind of reaffirms to people that life's not all um, going forward and doing stuff.
All doom and
Well,
gloom,
not
brother.
forward and doing and forgetting everything. You know what? Everything that happened in the past, and that's like what we talk about when we talk about intergenerational trauma. Mate. It's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of like, yeah. Well, we know what happened, and we remember those things. And um, it's kind of like, yeah, questioning yourself in terms of who you are, what you're doing, and why you are the way you are. It's kind of like, well, hold on a minute, I've got to have a look at that. And that's when I, do my family research and find out what happened with my mob. Um, yeah,
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 yeah, yeah.
yeah, and to tell us,
And that's knowledge that you gain then, and that's that knowledge and wisdom that you're able to share with
pass
other
it on, brother.
people.
Yeah, that's
So
it. Yeah, yeah.
that's part of that transfer of knowledge, you know.
Transfer of
So
knowledge, but also identity. Help them with who they are. Um, yeah,
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 yeah, definitely,
yeah. Good.
definitely.
That's where I think
Yeah,
some people get surprised. And a mate of mine down the Goldie there, Andrew. Yeah, I know you remember Andrew. We used to be down at Duke.
yeah. I do remember
Yeah.
Andrew.
And I talk
Yes.
about my family. He said, "Holy shit, you know all that? How do you know all that?" And I said, "I don't even know who my bloody, great grandfather is. I mean, great grandfather." I said, "Oh, no, you need to find
Yeah,
out, mate."
yeah.
And he was kind of surprised that I said, "Oh, it's just the thing that our mob do. We kind of try to find out in terms of,
Yeah, 100%.
where people are.
Find out who's who in the
That's it.
zoo.
And why am I like myself? It's our identity. You know what I mean? And that's why we say that they passed on the responsibility when they left. My ancestors left to me at the moment,
Yeah.
so I'm going to pass it on to someone else now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's really good. I just think that when you know what it's like when you catch up with old mates and you talk about old things, old times. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
100%.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But unfortunately, we
yeah,
don't catch up with
yeah.
our old mates all the time. You know what I mean? It's regular.
No,
You know what I mean?
no.
It's kind of, yeah.
Yeah,
And so yeah, and not
yeah.
an
That's the
old mates,
thing, eh?
but family as well. So yeah,
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
yeah. So that was
Yeah,
quite interesting. That
definitely.
complimenter was good. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Really
Yeah.
good. I thought, holy shit. Yeah. When was the last time you paid anyone a compliment? You know, when you think
Mm.
about it. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
you're looking great today, mate. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. That type of stuff. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. How much do you want?
Just send me. I'll send you an invoice later on, brother. Yeah,
Yeah. No, look, it's been good catching
yeah,
up, brother. I mean, I think we will give it a bit of a shot on a Wednesday night.
yeah,
Just because we missed last week. But yeah, just it'll be good to be able to. And of course, last night I was setting up and didn't have the internet fully working. So yeah, look, we'll give it a go on a Wednesday
yeah,
night, and we'll put a post up and just see what people
mm,
reckon. And just don't forget that it's coming up to 5 years for the
yeah,
JB and
definitely, yeah,
CJ
yeah, yeah.
check in.
I'll
Yeah,
catch up with you
so
during the week, mate, and we'll have a look at probably next Monday, and yeah, see if we get, if we, we'll get a few names, and surely one of them's going to jump on. If they all both want to jump on, why
Yeah,
not?
yeah, no,
Yeah, yeah,
definitely. Well, it's probably the problem is that people say they're going to jump on,
yeah.
and
Well,
then you don't want to have be double booked, and then what happens if happens they jump off?
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
and
No, that's
it's
all right, mate. Yeah, I
um,
mean,
I, I
it's kind of like
I suppose back when we first started, like it was a little bit easier to get people on
COVID.
because everyone was sort of in lockdown and those sort of
Yeah,
things.
capture
So
audience.
now everyone's out and
Yeah,
about. You
yeah,
know
out
what I
there
mean?
doing
So
stuff. Yeah, we know and as you know, we understand that people get busy, and of course,
oh,
and if it's
100%.
not with
Yeah,
work, it's with family. You know what I mean? So, and everyone
yep,
here has experienced us not being here at certain times, mainly because we're on
yep.
Tuesday today, but mainly because of our situation as well. So things happen in life that sometimes we can't be here, but we try to be here at least once a week. Um, yeah.
Yep.
So, but anyway, yeah, and also if there's anyone watches this, I can't see anyone watching today, but if anyone does watch this later on, let us know about Wednesday. What do you think about Wednesday? And yeah, just do a bit of a message under this particular check-in to see if you're okay with that.
Yeah,
So yeah,
definitely. Yeah.
yeah,
No, it'd be
definitely.
good. Anyway,
Yeah,
brother, I'll let you go and give your son a
yeah.
call. It
I'll
may
get the
be urgent. So
young fella. Yeah, well, he did say it's urgent.
yeah.
He doesn't usually say that. So I've just sent it on. Oh, you saw me. I just sent it on to Michelle. So hopefully she's contacted him to find out
Oh,
what.
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's
All
the
right.
last one is the kids. You know,
Yeah.
when
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely.
your kids, and
Yeah.
if someone says it's urgent, and you know that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
No, for sure.
yeah,
For
yeah.
sure.
So we'll
Yeah.
better check him
Yeah.
out, see what's going on. Keep an eye on him, mate. Yeah. Hey, good
Yeah.
catching up.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
too, brother.
we'll
You too.
we'll try and catch up a little bit after this, I suppose, at some day. What's today?
Yeah.
Tuesday. So yeah, before next week anyway. So we'll maybe on Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Friday.
Definitely.
So, yeah.
Definitely have a
Okay,
yarn.
brother.
All
Okay,
right.
mate. Hey, you're
No worries,
looking pretty
brother.
good in that Lemon Bar shirt, brother.
Always, brother.
Always.
Always got it on.
So
Yeah. Always
look,
got it on.
I'm giving you a compliment, brother. That's it.
Yeah. And you look very well too, CJ.
Thank you very much, brother.
And give our love to MJ, and yeah,
Yeah,
hope everything's all
yeah,
right with your
and
son. So
and
yeah,
LB as well. Yeah, yeah, and
yeah, no
yeah,
worries.
when you young Bell when you see her. Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
Thank you.
All right,
And yeah, see you for